Studying abroad and stress should not be in the same sentence, but for some students, it's a reality. I thought I left all of that in the United States, but I think it found its way into my suitcase along with my camera. No worries, we can handle it all. Here's how. So, when it comes to money, pace yourself. When you first get abroad, everything is brand new, but that doesn't mean you have to buy everything in the store or try a new restaurant every night. Take out cash rather than swiping your card. That way you don't incur as many transaction fees and conversion fees, and you can monitor how much you spend. With cards, it's so easy to overspend and splurge, but with cash, you can easily monitor yourself. Don't take all of your cash out with you at once. That way you're not a target for theft and you don't make those impulsive purchases. Time is one thing we can't regain, especially while being abroad. Be responsible with time when it comes to classes. Complete homework early and study a bit before having fun. It feels way better, trust me. Some students had trips planned prior to arriving to Spain, but for me, I was just fortunate to get here, so I had nothing planned. I have organized a few trips, but I also left some weekends open to explore Seville, relax, or make last-minute day trips. Studying abroad is one piece of my life I never want to forget. I journal and blog to save the time I have spent here, document the lessons I have learned, and recap on the adventures and L's I have taken. Whose bright idea was it for students to have to study while in such an incredible place as Spain? But I guess that's where the whole study abroad thing kind of comes in. If there are things about classes that you don't understand, do not sit in your misery. Your teachers understand that there are some things that won't click automatically. So if you have any concerns, don't be afraid to reach out to your teacher or a classmate you trust. And as a last resort, but still as great, YouTube University. We've all been there. So, fitting in is a popular concern of students, especially if you are coming abroad and you're the only one from your school or city or even state. I would say don't let that deter you from speaking to other people. Yes, some students do come abroad with students from their school, but they're always open for making new friends. And honestly, what does fitting in mean when we're all new to the country? What are we trying to fit into? Lastly, don't judge a book by its cover. Of course, there may be some students who you probably wouldn't talk to on the regular if you all went to the same school, but it's some pretty cool people who are studying abroad with you. So be open to talk to everyone and anyone. Lastly, when it comes to conversation, stay away from politics. It's a really strong subject, and you don't want that to deter your opinion of that person you're speaking to. Talk about places you've been, or if you know about their state or where they're from, cool places to get coffee, especially if you're in Spain. They get coffee a lot, and good coffee is important. So the phases of studying abroad. This is something I'm going through myself right now as well. So when you're studying abroad, at first everything feels new, great, and exciting. And midway through, you feel like you're a part of your community, you know where to go, where to take shortcuts, and you kind of feel like this is home, but you know your real home is back in the States. Around this time, you kind of start to miss people from home. You wish they can come here and see the things you see and experience studying abroad. So right now, I'm going through that phase where I kind of miss everyone. So to cope, I FaceTime my friends, I text them, I look on Snapchat and Instagram a little bit, not too much to where I miss school, but enough to where I can laugh at my friends and all of the crazy stuff they're doing. Also, to cope, I made a poster of all of my friends and family who I have pictures of, and that can fit on this poster size board to help with everything. Studying abroad is a blessing that not everyone can partake in for various reasons. One of them being that some students can't imagine being away from home for so long. But that's a part of growing up. If anything, I hope that homesickness doesn't restrict students from studying abroad, because to see the world and to be able to experience it on a primary level as a student studying abroad is something that doesn't come as often as traveling to another country for vacation or work. So for students who are going through this experience, kind of homesicky, kind of ready to go but not wanting the time to pass and fly by, it's okay. It's totally natural. It's totally normal. And for students who are considering studying abroad but don't think that they can stay away from home for so long, you can. Before you know it, you'll be back home wishing you were back in your study abroad country. So don't let that hold you back. The best thing about stress is that it's spelled backwards, it's desserts. And there are plenty of desserts when you're abroad. So until next time, you know where to find me. Also, hit me up on Instagram at only_Arlette and email me at a.danielle.hawkins@gmail.com for any questions or concerns about studying abroad, being homesick, the whole 9 yards.